Hey there, folks. We're back with the Orzhov Tokens deck. You want to make this deck for yourself? Deck tech is linked down in the description. However, you might want to stick around to the end. There are some changes that we'll showcase there. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. We do new decks every single week. Alright, with that, let's get into some games. Alright, we're against Bartioli, 78. And stop playing Super Friends. I hate my rank going down because of Super Friends. Because I'm not going to feature it. I'm just going to move on. We got a couple threats. It's something. So let's go get a black source and we'll work from there. Do we want our glint sleeve being the first one going down? Hard to say. Eiley's a good way to gauge whether or not they can deal with things as well. So we'll see what they're playing anyway. Well, one of them is an evolving wild so far. Straight into blue. If it's blue, then I guess so I want glint sleeve. And with that, we're going to put the pressure on right away. We're going to throw down the hub and we're going to glint sleeve like that. Get our second energy so that we can draw some cards so we can be ahead of them. Hopefully. Well, we don't know if they're running a secondary color. I mean, Evolving Wild says that likely they are. And they're letting it pass. So, very well. We'll take that. And I suppose we can swing in. Why not? So, we'll do that. Get some energy. Throw down our isolated chapel and I suppose copter. And we'll make this as frustrating as possible for them. Oh, do that again. That. And we're not playing around censor, we just happen to be. By luck. It's gonna be a filigree familiar. Well, I mean, that's something. Get an additional card. Anguished Unmaking's pretty good. So we want Eiley down. He's in a situation where if he tries to languish, then sure. So we're gonna work on our cards very nicely here. And we're gonna roll in. Not much he can do about that. Get our second energy and our loot. And our loot is a Westvale Abbey. I'm gonna pitch Evolving Wilds here. Sounds like my plan anyway. And moving on, we get, well, I mean, there we go. I'm going to save Declaration in Stone for when it matters a little bit more. So threat's going in several directions here. He gets a Chief of the Foundry. That's not a big threat to us at this time. Not really at all. So this is the Dimir Artifacts deck, obviously. Let's draw some cards and give ourselves some great options. I mean, Fatal Push is decent enough there. So how are we going to run this then? We want to get in and we want to kill this. Do I want to give him a clue for it? It's probably going to have to be the way of it, so let's do that. Let's get rid of this idiot. Yay! You still have 2 or 3 artifacts. Congratulations. Let's send. Then we'll decide where we're going, what we want to loot, what land we want to play, that kind of thing. Another glint sleeve siphoner. Pretty good here. I don't think Westvale Abbey's gonna do well. When I see blue and black and all that, I don't think Westvale's where I want to be. Well, black maybe, but... As for putting down the siphoner, that's a different story. We're going to use its energy sparingly here. Let's hang with a Angushdom making in case he's got the bomb shell floating around. Let's see what he's got. Because if he board wipes here, then it was worth it. Shrewd negotiation. How do I deal with that? Is it exchange? What if you can't exchange? Aha! By the way, that's a 2-for-1 because his clue's gone. Oh! So that worked. Nice. So do we go in for the major beats now? I think Campbell's a good way to get his life down to a point where he's going to have to take some more... well, he'll have to take some different approaches. Also, I'm going to keep Eileen's sacrifice up just slightly. Although, I mean, we did kind of have it up. Use the loot. Aether Hub. Choices. No, what? No. Choices. Energy for drawing cards. Alright. Eileen kills that. We get him down to 5. It's a good spot to be. Pass back. He's got no permanents on the field, so that shrewd negotiation, whatever, is just, yeah. It's nothing. Tezzeret decides to show up. Take a little bit more. Take a little bit more. Yep, you got yourself an artifact. Congratulations. So now you're dead, right? You're absolutely dead? I think he's absolutely dead. So let's just send them all in. Well, I mean, just send them in like this. Kaboom. And done! Very nice. Alright. See you in the next game. Alright, we're against rank 27 Ramoth. They're on the play. They're very red, which concerns me. And we're not going to get our choice of an ideal land hand or removal or anything like that. So we're going to just have to take what we get at this rate. Fatal Push is good for the early stuff when it comes swinging at our face. This entire hand is black and double black, so we're going to go with that plan in mind. We have another Evolving Wilds later if we want to actually deal with all this stuff. In fact, this Evolving Wilds maybe, just maybe, should grab the white while we have Fatal Push ready for Necrop Entangler? Oh, well, it's red and it does damage. Let's kill it. Okay, I'm feeling better because we're starting to truly get rid of... We're getting all these cards that deal with things, which is good. So let's wait for the enchantment to hit it. And go from there. Gifted Aetherborn can come down as well as an option. Thopter Engineer. Ew. That just makes things truly difficult. It does, it does, it really does. Okay. So what kind of deck are you? Mono red with Thopters and vehicles and... Huh. How do we get this scenario dealt with? Because we can get rid of the Thopter. I'd say hold up Anguished Unmaking. And get rid of this thing. We'll see what the scenario brings. See what the scenario brings. Because if Anguished Unmaking prevents 3 damage, then it's kind of important. Ember Hauler. Ew. Okay, so it's just straight up aggro-y stuff. This is going to prevent more damage than anything. Let's get rid of it. I'm trying to think of a scenario to work out here. 3 mana's not a scenario with 3 drops everywhere. Say, I don't know. Another Ember Hauler. Okay. We need a board wipe for that scenario, but Gifted Aetherborn's going to come down. It's lifelink, so it's something to annoy the hell out of them. We're going to throw down the Hidden Stockpile as well. Just so that we have blockers. This is a blocker that can, you know, gain us some life. So it's going to force him to either have the card he needs in hand to easily clean this up, or force an Ember Hauler to die. Either way. It's going to be Insult is what he's going to use instead. So that's a lot of damage. Not going to lie. That's a lot of damage. So we're going to do this. He's probably going to sack that one. Indeed he does. It's a lot of damage. Shambling Vent is something. It's something. So I think we have to attack here and gain some life back. And then I think we gotta just simply prevent damage at all costs. Is that the way of it? And then we get ourselves a token. Okay. And that gives us an emergency blocker or an emergency thing he has to deal with. After that, I am definitely putting down Liliana. Slowed him down just enough. We'll see. We do have Resourceful Return. Kariz's Expertise. Yeah, no. No, 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 no. No. Yes. Life gain, that's what we need. No follow-up spells, so he's burned off most of his options. Yes. I think his options are running out. I'm going to call him out on it. We're going to bring back Fleshbag. Cast Fleshbag. Okay. That's an emergency blocker that's going to come up. For if he casts anything. Another Entangler. And another Entangler. We're going to have to go Liliana and Gifted Aetherborn. And there's our Revolt trigger, so that's good. Although an untapped land would have sufficed just fine. So we'll sit here with our life linkers and our extra token. We're just throwing everything at him right now. What's the most important thing? It's going to have to just be white to clean up some of the options here. And you're just going to hang back. While we provide a shield wall, we will be attacking with our life linkers if we need to. So he'll have to exert them if he wants to get the extra damage in. And he's exerting one, exerting two. So we're going to go with this plan and this plan. And we're still alive. And we have ourselves a Liliana. So that's something. Whether discard is the option or not, I don't know. Gearbird Gearcrafter. Gotta get in with the vent. Keep some life totals up. This thing's exerted, so we're okay there. And then I suppose we'll just play vent. Tick up. Because this will get out of control and he can't let that happen. We're going to sacrifice this and get a scry so we can really control this. Hidden stockpile, I would like some removal. As much as hidden stockpile is cool, I would like some removal. Okay, so we can potentially bring back Fleshbag Marauder, depending on scenario and all that, yada yada yada. He does not have the blue mana to suit up. Oh, he has the blue mana to suit up Vent. And he's going to go with Injury. That's crappy. Yes. Absolutely yes. And he's going to send the 1, which means that we lose our token with the Yahenni's expertise. We also need to consider Vent, which we cannot do both of here. So the option is get in with this then. Okay, so we got one more point going in there. All that stuff dies. I think I want an Aetherborn back, so we're going to go for it. That'll keep us going versus that manland for a bit, in case he doesn't draw what he needs. Also, we get the token. So that's 2 options. Molten Vortex really expands his world, doesn't it? Oh, I mean, that's something. So I want to keep the vents now. We're going to send the Aetherborn in. If he wants to kill it, then sure. And so be it. But we at least gain the life. We want to get out of this burn range here. Which is what we're after here. We're going to let this happen. We're not going to sack for a scry. Okay. That puts us to 6. Do we just get the Aetherborn back? Although we do get a second token. If he draws a land, he burns something. Oh, we have vents. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We gotta play this to get our additional sources online here. So we'll do that. And I think we'll just tick up and keep her under control for now. I would rather not have her in burn range at the same time. But we got rid of the manland. That's the important thing. He wanted to get rid of the life gain, but we can get the life gain back. If we can take an opportunity to tick up, we will. Because we do want to try to get to ultimate if we can, but we'll take what we can get. Twin bolt straight to the head. Eiley is interesting. We're gonna definitely play Eiley. Because Eiley is our new outlet. And we're gonna tick up. And we're also gonna send in this manland. I think we're okay. And we're gonna just send in everything. Gets us out of burn range. Gets us in some nice needed life gain. And we're also going to use Eiley to sack one of these. There we go. And just make this game further and further from his reach while we still have blockers as we need them. Aether Chaser, not a big deal. Eventually we'll see our removal and just simply clean up messes when they appear. Like that. I mean, that's just a simple, let's get rid of it. And done deal. And we'll take you up to 9 now. And we'll also send one of the vents. Slowly getting there. And we're getting further and further from his reach now. Alright. An additional blocker. Draws into a Goblin Balloon Brigade. Not a big deal to us. So that's fine. Glint Sleeve Siphoner. I think this is a tick down moment and start killing his stuff. I think that's where we want to be. Although, let's see where the attack lends us. We could get an ultimate going and it sounds like some fun. Get our own Goblin Balloon Brigade. In you go. It's gonna block that. Sounds fine by me. And we're having fun now. So here's Emblem, and that usually is enough for a concession, right? Or was that lethal and I completely missed it? No, yeah, it was. It was. But come on, guys. Oh, is this require the trigger? Whenever a creature dies, yeah, it requires the trigger. It's fine. Oh well, we had our fun. Yes, island number 2. Send. Send. We got it. Good sport, lasted till the end. Even saw through my mist lethal, and he's like, yes, I get another turn for a Goblin Balloon Brigade. Yeah, you might want to take those out. Take those out of your deck. Alright, well, I mean, I've been having some decks that hedged against everything aren't exactly working out, so maybe he's right. But I guess he lost in this case. So, yeah, whatever. So let's move on to the decks and the changes and all that stuff. So, less tokens, more exploding. Because more explosions are great. So now we're sitting at 3 Fatal Push, 3 Bone Splinters, 2 Glint Sleeve, 3 Aetherborn, 2 Eily, 2 Smuggler's Copters in here now. 3 Hidden Stockpiles are our token producers. That's how that's working now. 1 Grasp of Darkness. It's the amount that I could fit. It's double black. Let it go. 2 Declaration in Stones. 2 Resourceful Returns now. We're knocked down to that. I don't know if I had more at previous time. We have the 1 Liliana. 3 Flesh Bag. 2 Campbell. And 2 Anguish Stunmaking. 3 Cast Outs. 2 Yeheni's Expertise, they replaced the Sram's Expertise, and 2 Never to Return. The land base didn't really change at all. In fact, it just flat out didn't. Go figure, I played against the Super Friends earlier. You didn't see it because it was Super Friends. And, you know, with 2 Never, 3 Cast Out, and 2 on Anguish Unmaking, and he does a turn 3 Liliana, the Last Hope, and you can't stop its ultimate, and never saw a piece of removal to even deal with a Planeswalker until he killed you with that ultimate. After having 2 Yeheni's Expertise and a Declaration in Stone to deal with the zombies, there's something to say about shuffling. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.